I can't put the mic in because I'm charging my phone. That's fine. How's that going to go? I'll change that music because I hate that song. How are we doing? This isn't odd, right? Okay. I'm going to do a nice evening yoga this evening. Make sure you can see the full length of my mat. You'll notice I have 2 blocks and a foam roller. You don't have to use any of the props. The foam roller will be used at the end. You can stay in Shavasana or you can go on the foam roller. And I've also got 2 blocks. Again, you don't need them, but they do assist in getting the best out of your asanas. Hopefully, weeds everywhere. Hopefully the sound quality is okay. It's a nice, easy, relaxing yoga, tension release. Maybe you're feeling stiff, your joints and your body's feeling tired, inflamed. So we're just going to give a little bit back to your body. Start yoga. So make sure you have some water as well. And thank you so much for the likes already, I really appreciate that. So I'm going to sit in an easy seat first. Just let me know if you guys can't hear me. And because I'm a bit stiff and tight, I'm going to sit on the block to start. You can use a bolster, like a cushion or something. And you'll feel this on the outer parts of your hips. So it's going to be a nice, slow, gentle class. Deep breath in. A slow exhale, slower than when you inhale again. Fill in the lungs. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. Good. We're going to take our left arm out to the sides, a small bend in it. Inhale with the right arm, and as we bend over to the left arm, our hip is going to push into the mat or block, feeling an opening, a stretch in the side body. Deep breaths. Inhale, back to center, exhale as we move over to the other side. This is just a bit of mobility, mobilizing, so we're not going too deep or anything, we're not pushing the body. Inhale, back to center. Another 3 deep breaths in, and slowly exhale. Again, fill in those lungs. Feeling the warmth of the sun if you're doing this outside, or noticing your environment. On the next exhale, you're going to walk your hands out whilst keeping your bum planted on the mat or block. And feeling a stretch on the lower back. Inhale, back to center, arms around the back of you. Pushing your chest up, props everywhere. Chest up to the sky. We're not relaxing our neck fully, but we've got some length in the neck. Nice gentle pec stretch on the chest area. Inhale, back to center. Another 3 deep breaths in. One more. This time I'm going to move it a little bit further in to a stretch. The left arm out to the side, a bit of more of a bend. Inhale, arm rises, and exhale. You can look up at your arm, should be over your head, if you can. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the other side. Not pushing it too far, it's whatever your body can do right now. Inhale back to center, exhale in front, forward fold. Inhale back to center, arms around the back. Oops, knew that was going to happen. Chest proud, and you can squeeze the glutes and lift the hips off the floor, opening the front body. Exhale, release. Good. We're going to make our way onto all fours, the box position. Keep the blocks handy. I'm going to go into a cat-cow. So cat, spine to sky, squeezing the abs, rib cage in, exhale. Feeling the stretch in the back of the back, lower back. Inhale, looking at the sky, feeling the stretch now in the abs, tension is now in the lower back. Again, another 2 like this, nice and slow. Really nice and safe if you can do this if you've got any back issues. Just giving a bit of gratitude back to our bodies with action. I'm going to come down into child's pose. Bum to heels, and you might feel a stretch in your lower back if you're tight here or your glutes. From here, back to cow. And then we can come into a downward dog, tucking the toes under. Then you can paddle the heels out.
Drink Quad Rock by Mount for your phone. First, they have one milk, suitable for...
That's not relaxing, is it? Then coming down again into cow. Deep breaths, and then exhale, back into downward dog. Paddling those heels out. Back into cow and child's pose. Going to move over to the left, pushing the right hip down and away, opening the side body. And over to the right. Good. Walking your hands into Uttanasana, mountain pose. So we're going to start at the top of our mat. Welcome hi to this yoga class. Okay. Standing nice and tall in mountain pose. Chest is over over ribs, ribs over hips. Spreading your toes like monster munch. You've got 50% weight on either side of your legs. Hips back. We're going to walk our hands down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings and lower back. Deep breaths. You can also bring those knees in and out. To increase the stretch intensity. Our right foot is going to go back into 8-point salute. We're going to stay here for a moment. You can grab your blocks if that's too deep, or if you want assistance in sitting upright and you want to relax. This is stretching the back hip flexor and front glute. So if you've been seated at a desk job most of the day, it's going to be really good for you. I want to bring in a bit of movement with the hips. I want to sit back when you're ready. Hands on hips, or you can place them just above your knee on the front leg. Make sure you're wide enough for balance. Really stretching that back hip flexor. You can grab your blocks, heel toe on the outer part of your mat, and then putting your hands on the floor or on your blocks. For your first hip opener, I like to bring in a bit of movement again, left and right with the hips, just looking for a bit of space to move in to that joint. Trying to straighten that back leg. You might want to remove the blocks once your body's got used to it. Deep breaths. If you want to go further, you can place the block under your front glute, use the other block for assistance, and we can straighten that front leg. It's working your way, it may take a minute, into a split stretch. You don't have to do this. Sitting back, trying to relax the muscles. And when you're ready, toes to sky on the front leg. This is protecting the ankle, increasing the stretch in your hamstring. Try and straighten that leg out a bit more if you can. Deep breaths. Here we're going to return back to the low lunge position, using your arms, and then we're going to come into a box position and make your way down into Sphinx or Cobra. I like to start with Sphinx. It's more gentle, less effort. So elbows should be directly under the shoulders. Deep breaths. From here, shifting nice gentle back into counteracting that with child's pose, knees together. I wish that wasp would fly off somewhere. There it's gone. And this time our right leg is going to come forward, so we're doing the other side now. In a low lunge position, props at the ready, or you can have a chair near you. And see how this side feels, going slow. Sitting on that back leg. You can sit upright, adding more weight to that back leg. Deep breaths. Allowing yourself to feel the stretch here, so sitting back. grab your blocks, heel toe to the outer part of your mat. You put your hands straight on the floor. You can go onto your blocks if you've got some handy. Trying to straighten that leg out a little bit more. Moving left and right. Looking for a bit of space. You can take the blocks away if you
Are you
feel
really
you're
gonna
able
miss
to.
this? We do this training once a year.
That's annoying. The background noise is nice anyway, with it being the birds. Looking left and right with the hips. And then we're going to take our block. You can stay here if you've not got a block. Taking our block and going into the splits. Sitting on that back leg. Deep breath. Sitting tall. Trying to relax this area here. I'm just looking for my line. There we go. So I can see your comments now. So trying to put the toes to the sky. Deep breath, trying to relax. Relax into it. This is uncomfortable. It's not painful. If it's painful, come out. Then taking your time, come into the box position. Feeling the stretch in either side. Then hips back into child's pose. I'm going to go a little bit deeper now to get into the hip flexors again with Cobra, sorry, Sphinx, but with bolsters if you have them, or you can go into Cobra. Chest proud, looking up to the sky. Squeezing the glutes and pushing your hips into the ground, allowing yourself to feel the back bend. Can you look up to the sky with the chest shining forward, shoulders pushed down? Breathe. And taking your time, hips come up first, back into child's pose. And grab a drink. Where's my water gone? I thought I brought it outside. Okay, from here I'm going to go into pigeon pose. Good bend in the front leg, and then your leg at the back should be faced forward straight. Again, you can use the bolsters to help. And then move a little bit left, a little bit right, creating some space there. Trying to feel it in your hip. And then as things ease off, you can bring this foot up a little bit higher, if that feels all right. Deep breath. And set up in the pigeon pose, adding more weight to that front glute. Trying to relax. You can make yourself a little bit higher if you've got a block. I'm trying to keep in centre best I can. And then down again. You can always save my channel for later if you don't want to do yoga just now. Take your time, I'm going to swap over to the other side. Deep breaths. Allowing yourself to feel it in that front glute, that stretch. How does that feel? I feel it all along here. Try and relax. I'm going to sit up until it eases off a bit. Deep breaths. Onto the bolsters. Good. Next, I'm going to make our way over to spinal twist. This is one of my favourites for lower back pain or stiffness, tight areas. I'm going to shift your hips over to the right, knees over to the left, arms out. And you're just going to settle in. Allow yourself to feel the stretch. Where do you feel the stretch? Is it all the way up here? If you don't really feel it, make sure your both hips are stacked. And you can straighten your leg to add more weight to your lower back. You might feel it all up here now. You might feel it in your glute. Allow yourself to feel it. And both shoulder blades should be on the mat. Try and relax and switch off the muscles. Allow yourself to sink into the mat with every exhale. Fill the lungs. Next inhale, bending both legs. Pause between switching over to the other side. And you feel really stretched on one side of the body. Now we're going to shift the hips over to the left, knees over to the right. Arms out. And breathe. How does this side compare? Extend the leg if you can on this side. Treat every side differently. Allowing yourself to feel that stretch all the way up your back, your glute. I'm just waiting for our muscles to switch off and release that tension, that stress. When you're ready, bending both knees, coming back into semi-supine for a pause and a feel of the stretch. Let's move on to the side. And I'm going to come up into the seat position. I'm live from Scotland. I recommend using a bolster or a block of some sort for this next exercise. We're really going to stretch the outer hips with this one. Okay. Actually, so this is your starting position. Knees on top of each other. Your right leg is going to cross over to your left. And then before your bum cheek comes down onto the floor, you're going to place a block under it. And then you're going to flick this one round. I've not done this one for a while. I think I've gone the wrong way. Let's try that again. I've just killed a bug. Ugh. Right. Yeah, I went the wrong way. So right leg over left, and the bottom leg comes out from underneath. This is called the shoelace. This is when you place the block underneath the glute. To reduce the intensity, you're trying to stack your knees on top of one another. Breathe, sitting back. So I feel this really intense in the outer part of the hips. So just breathe into it. Try and relax. Sitting tall like you've got a golden thread attached to your crown. It's pulling you upright. And breathe. Switching off the thigh muscles. If you want to increase the stretch more, you can move forward a little bit, belly to thigh first. And if you're able to, move forward a little bit further. Pushing your hips back so your back's not rounding. Good. Taking your time, I'm going to swap over this next. So back into hero. Left leg over right. Bottom foot comes out. And then you place the block under that right glute. See how this side is? Already feels a bit tight. Just going to hold, allow ourselves to feel that stretch. I feel it more so on this left hip here. And then if you're able to, move out a little bit further. Belly to thigh first. Deep breaths. Excellent. Taking your time coming out. Into the box. Toes together. Knees wide. Wide knee child's pose. As wide as you can. Looking for a stretch sensation in the inner groin this time. And then if you're able to move into that, get a little bit wider. I'm going to go on this side of the mat so I've got some cushion. Deep breaths. Trying to move into the stretch. Good. I'm going to come back into an easy seat. Sitting tall, shoulders down away from ears, chest proud. I want you to take a moment and just, however small, what wins you had today. It might be getting a walk with your partner during the lunch. It might be no queue at the petrol station. However small or big, what are you grateful for today? Breathe in through the nose for 4 and exhale for 5 or 6 counts. We're going to place our hand in the front of our body, one of them, and the other arm on the back. Lead with our chest first and our neck last. We're going to rotate. You can use your just above your knee for purchase, and then turn. Feeling that stretch. It's a nice chest opener. Chest proud. Back to centre. Same again on the other side. Good. Namaste, thank you for joining me for this 30-minute relaxation yoga. Hopefully it managed to release a little bit of stress and tension and calm the mind a little bit. Hope to see you again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more live and fitness classes.